The scene opens on the metropolis, in front of a large Wayne Enterprises building. A school bus is driving on a bridge when the bridge begins to collapse. Cars collide and knock the school bus precariously off the edge. We see Bruce Wayne in his office, overlooking the bridge. He reaches for his Batman costume, but as he does, Superman appears. Super flies to the bridge and begins repairing it with his laser vision. Just then, Superboy lands on the bridge and attempts to save the school bus, but Superman flies it to safety before he gets the chance. He chastises Superboy for showing up and not being careful, calling him inexperienced. Superboy asks Superman for help, but he says that is Batman's job before taking off. Batman calls Superman while he is flying away and says they need to talk. At Mount Justice, the junior heroes are in the briefing room. Superboy appears, but he is in a bad mood. Black Canary and Martian Manhunter stop by to help the junior heroes with some of their training. Black Canary is injured from battle, which she tells them is part of the job. She asks for a sparring partner, and Kid Flash volunteers, but she beats him easily. Superboy is angry because he feels he is too powerful for training, but when sparring with Black Canary he loses quickly as well. She warns him that reacting to his anger is unwise, and he must learn to control his feelings. Batman appears via video call to let the junior heroes know that a new villain has appeared that can copy other superheroes' powers. Unfortunately, this villain took on the powers of all who fought him, and now possesses the superpowers of the 8 Justice League members who tried to take him down. When they finally defeat him, they discover that the villain was an android. They suspect that the creator of the android is likely a scientist named Ivo. The junior heroes are sent to guard the pieces of the android as it is transported to 2 different Justice League facilities to be studied. At one of the sites is Superman, who once again ignores Superboy. Superboy is upset that he is not getting any attention from the man he views as his mentor and, in some ways, his father. When the Junior League takes off to guard the trucks carrying the android, Batman reminds Superman that they need to talk. Robin tries to talk to Superboy as they are driving behind one of the trucks. Robin wants to know what is wrong, but Superboy doesn't want to talk to him. He is mad that Black Canary is trying to fight him when he is so much stronger than she is. Robin tries to remind him that part of their job is to take down villains stronger than them, but Superboy drives angrily away, unwilling to listen. Miss Martian is worried about Superboy. Kid Flash flirts with her, telling her to give Superboy space, but stay close to him. Aqualad says he just needs time, when suddenly swarms of green mechanical monkeys appear, attacking the trucks. Robin switches his motorcycle into battle mode and tells Superboy to do the same, but Superboy won't listen. He jumps ahead onto the truck, abandoning his motorcycle, which crashes into Robin. Robin must then jump onto the truck as well. The superheroes fight the monkeys, who at one point blind Superboy and throw him into the road. They manage to break into the trucks. The junior heroes try to fight them off, but there are too many of them. The monkeys manage to escape with the android parts. Superboy, still angry, chases after the monkeys. Although he cannot fly, he can jump the length of a tall building in a single bound and jumps away. The junior heroes try to communicate with him, but he throws away his headset and tells them to leave him alone. Robin and Kid Flash head off in the direction of the trackers they placed on the android, figuring they will find Superboy in the process. In Metropolis, Batman and Superman meet in a diner as their alter egos Bruce Wayne and Clark Kent. Bruce is telling Clark that he needs to look after Superboy. Clark doesn't want to be involved, but Bruce needs him to step up to the plate. Bruce calls Clark Superboy's father, but he angrily insists he is not and storms off. In Gotham City, Superboy has followed the monkeys carrying the android cases onto a train, where he discovers Ivo. Ivo is surprised because he thinks Superboy is Superman's son, but Superboy insists that he is not. Ivo sends the monkeys after Superboy, but he destroys them. Realizing the monkeys are not strong enough, Ivo sends the repaired supervillain android Amazo to fight him. Superboy tries to fight Amazo but is unable to defeat a stronger opponent as he did not listen to Black Canary or anyone else's training advice. Ivo taunts him for not being as strong as Superman, and Amazo launches Superboy off the train before flying after him. Robin and Kid Flash are tracking the android and realize that he is at Robin's school. Superboy and Amazo are battling one another, although Superboy is losing badly. Inside one of the lockers, Superboy sees a picture of Superman and becomes angry all over again. This renews his energy to fight, but it is not enough for him to be able to beat the Amazo, who possesses so many superhero traits. Robin and Kid Flash show up to help, but there is nothing they can do against such a powerful foe. Ivo is watching in the stands. Bored of the superheroes he sees as lesser versions of their mentors. Superboy becomes enraged by Ivo and chases after him. Eventually, Amazo makes a mistake, and Superboy is able to outsmart him, having tricked Ivo and Amazo into thinking he is too angry to be smart. Unfortunately, amid the commotion, Ivo escapes. Back at Mount Justice, our junior heroes are debriefing with the members of the Justice League. Batman tells the Junior League that they did a good job, but Robin questions him as he found an arrow at the school. One of them was secretly watching and trying to help. Robin then realizes that the arrow belongs to Speedy. Speedy is still on their side. He is looking out for the junior heroes even when they don't see him. Superboy finally admits that he needs help with training and tells Black Canary he is ready for her assistance. Episode 6 stars with Infinity Island in a giant mansion. Speedy is scaling the walls and looping the security videos while taking down the guards with electrical arrows. Inside a room, a scientist is speaking into a monitor, telling a mysterious man that she is almost finished. He is threatening her. Just then Speedy bursts through the door. The scientist is mad that Speedy didn't bring it back up as she needs to bring her work with her. He tells her that they need to escape now as the guards are fast approaching. They zipline down to the beach and escape on a boat that Speedy has hidden on the shore. Although they manage to get away, the Doctor's project is left behind. Two men are by the computer terminal the Doctor has just abandoned. They are pleased because although the Doctor has escaped, she finished their project. At Mount Justice, our junior heroes are enjoying a much-deserved day off. Kid Flash is stuck at school while the rest of them play on the beach, grill hot dogs, swim, and play volleyball. Kid Flash struggles through his first day of school, unable to reveal his powers or who he really is. By the time he returns to Mount Justice ready to hang out with his friends, it is nighttime, and they are all in the briefing room. Green Arrow has a new protege, Artemis, who will be joining their team. Just as Kid Flash is asking about him, Speedy shows up. He says that he isn't Speedy anymore but goes by Red Arrow now. Aqualad says that they want Red Arrow to be on their team. Even with Artemis there, Red Arrow is there because he needs the team's help. Dr. Riquette, a robotics expert, was abducted by the team of Shadows. Although he rescued her, the Shadows had already forced her to create a weapon for them. The weapon releases a cloud of nanorobots that can destroy anything, and can steal information from computers and send it back to the Shadows. Riquette is working on a virus to combat the nanobots. Green Arrow wants to go with Red Arrow to help guard the Doctor. The Junior League wants to help, but Red Arrow says it is their problem now and leaves. Hiding at a high school, the Doctor is hard at work while the Junior League keeps watching. They are fighting among themselves because they want Red Arrow back, and Kid Flash blames Artemis for driving him away. Robin tells Kid Flash that Artemis secretly helped them fight their last villain. Regardless, Kid Flash wants Red Arrow back on the team. Dr. Riquette manages to track the fog. It is in Philadelphia. Although Riquette tracked the weapon and the Shadows, in doing so gives away her location. The Shadows manage to track the team to the high school. Members of the Shadows attack Kid Flash and shove him into the pool before coming after Aqualad and Riquette. The team fights a masked assassin who has been sent after Riquette, but she runs off when the rest of the team shows up, and she realizes that she is outnumbered. Robin and Superboy have located the Shadows' target, Star Labs, but they are too late. The Shadows have stolen the data and destroyed the lab. Although the junior heroes have moved to a new location, the Shadows find them anyway. This time, the masked assassin has brought back up. Kid Flash and Artemis must work together to fight 3 members of the Shadows who are after Riquette. Unluckily for the assassins, they are not attacking Dr. Riquette at all, but Miss Martian in disguise. Robin and Superboy realize that the Shadows' next target is a Wayne Tech facility, which contains very important information. Robin is also concerned, because there are still employees in the building who may be hurt. He knows they don't have time to evacuate. Artemis, Kid Flash, and Miss Martian attempt to fight off the assassins to prevent them from finding Riquette. Unfortunately, the plan does not work, and the masked assassin finds Riquette anyway. Back in Philadelphia, Superboy attempts to stop the Shadows from releasing the cloud. He is unsuccessful, and Robin chases the nanobots into the building. Riquette manages to complete the virus, stopping the nanobots and preventing the masked assassin from harming her. The assassin tells Riquette that the Shadows may need her again someday, before running off. Superboy catches the member of the Shadows who released the bots at Wayne Tech, but the others have escaped. As the masked assassin runs away, Artemis finds her and rips off her mask. Artemis is surprised because she and the assassin know each other. The assassin threatens Artemis, telling her that she will reveal Artemis' secrets if Artemis does not let her go. Artemis puts down her bow and arrow and the assassin disappears in a cloud of smoke. However, she leaves her mask behind. Aqualad asks if Artemis saw her face, but Artemis lies and says it was too dark. Aqualad welcomes Artemis to the team, as do Miss Martian and Kid Flash. In a dark alley, Red Arrow and Artemis meet. He tells her that he knows she is not Green Arrow's niece. He says that Green Arrow must have a reason for lying, so he will not reveal her secret, but warns her not to hurt his friends or else. A member of the Shadows sits in a room, surrounded by anonymous white figures on large monitors. This is the Light, a sinister shadow society, and the board of directors for Cadmus Labs. He gives them his report. The Shadows manage to get data from Star Labs, but not from Wayne Tech. The Light knows that the Junior League has interfered with their plans again, but they are prepared. The Light tells him that they have an agent on the inside.